Hey, good morning. Okay, so I don't know how many of you go on walks. Oh, that's beautiful. I love my eyes in the morning. I really do love my eyes. But I had this thought as I was walking because there are so many leaves, like so many leaves. So I'll just show you, like in my neighborhood, there's just a ton of leaves. So check it. So like the leaves are just everywhere. And it's funny because as I was looking at this tree, I was looking at over here, like all these different trees that have their leaves falling off. And I had this thought, like in nature, nobody's like, oh my gosh, like that tree's leaves are falling. Look how gross. Ugh. Like nobody judges a tree for its natural cycle of life. And so I was thinking about how sometimes we judge ourselves during a natural cycle of grief or a natural cycle of life, or if we don't think someone is where we think they should be in their own cycle. But we are all our own tree. We are all like, see, look, hey Cheryl, like there's just, we could look at it as like, oh my gosh, what a mess. And we could sit there and judge ourselves and be like, what a mess. Like you're making such a mess emotionally, right? Like there's just stuff falling off. You're looking naked, you're looking invulnerable, you're looking like kind of scarce and yucky, and like we could sit there and judge ourselves. And I just think, with whatever cycle we are going through, whether it is a grief cycle or a learning cycle or a transformation cycle, sometimes we can judge. So anyways, I would invite you today, find out where you're shedding. Where are you letting go, like these trees? Where are you letting go of all your old stuff, making room for the new? And so remember, our emotions are just information. They're just giving our body information so that we can, and yeah, maybe there's some cleanup to do, but it doesn't make the tree ugly, and it doesn't make the tree wrong for shedding and going through its cycle. So as you think about yourself, give yourself some grace, give yourself some awareness and some gratitude for going through the cycle of shedding, experiencing the new, not being the same tree next year. Like, isn't that neat? Literally, no tree is the same tree next year. It is all new leaves. It might be the same, like roots wise, but even that's different, right? Everything is different. And so when I look at myself and I look at this last year, I think about, wow, how much of me that wasn't really me fell off this year. Like the things that were not truly important, those things that are not me, fell. And so think about that when you think about trees. Like as you're looking at the trees and their shedding processes, think about yourself and just looking at it as, oh look, I am getting boogers out of my eyes. Just kidding. I am allowing whatever is not me to fall off. And I'm not going to judge myself for that falling off. And I'm not going to think it's ugly. And I'm not going to think it's a mess. I'm just going to say that is part of my natural cycle. Thank you, Jeff. My natural cycle of recycling. Just cycle. And we're going to do it over and over and over and over. And we're going to progress and progress and progress as we allow ourselves. And you know what the benefit is of seeking progression? You get to go through it with, I think, more grace and ease, because you're used to failing forward and you're used to the experience of letting things go, not hanging on tight to anything. Like you literally, that's another thing that I felt like, wow, I've really had to feel this sense of at any moment, anything can be gone, anything. My marriage, my house, my kids, myself, my health, my wealth, anything can go. But what's the constant? Like, what's this? What's the tree? Like, look right here. Like, what is this? What is my foundation? And when I think of foundation, I think of spirituality. I think of Christ. I think of God. I think of Heavenly Father, Heavenly Mother. I think of the source of all life, right? But that these leaves represent our life experience as they fall down and recycle and become new. Because who wants to be the same tree year after year? I don't. I want to be different. It's like that song. I want to be different. I want to be changed. And so that the only thing that's left in me is that sense of who I am as a daughter of God, a daughter of the Most High, where I get to claim that and seek that and seek for confirmation that that's true. So, oh, this is so cute, you guys. Look, I got little hearts on my door today. Well, actually, it was yesterday. I'm not the sweetest. I love people. So I came from a background where I felt very unsupported. I had a lot of, my mom was addicted to prescription drugs almost my whole life. And I remember feeling so unsupported in life. And so one of the leaves cycles that has fallen for me is this feeling of not being supported. And I tell you what, you guys, I don't know anybody who's ever been, I mean, I know there's people who are supported, but I feel my version of support has increased by 1,000% since I was a kid. And I think about all those hard times that I experienced it's like we have all these lies built up in us as children that we get to clear as adults, that we get to clear as we become the adult version of ourselves, to take care of and nurture and remind us, hey, you weren't broken. Nothing's wrong with you. You're totally loved. In fact, go in the mirror, you guys. Do this. I promise, do this. Look in the mirror and say, I love you. I really love you. And look in the mirror, say, I love you. I really love you. And see what that does. You might even cry. But do that every day, 10 times a day if you need to remind yourself that even if nobody else has your back, you've got your back. You've got your own back. And God's got your back. And check in and ask him, who am I? Who am I? So happy day to you. I'm heading to the temple today with my bestie, and it's going to be super fun. And we're going to go to the temple here in Sacramento. It's going to be and doing some spiritual work. So have a great day, you guys. And I'm going to go get some makeup on. Bye.